Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday afternoon. How is everyone today? Hopefully doing well. Just got a few in right now. We'll get started here in just a moment. And invite your friends, invite your neighbors. Thank you, Dell. I do appreciate it, sir. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right. Let's see who we have on. Dell. You're the only one who's made a comment so far. All right. We'll get started here in about a minute. Just want to go over the preliminaries, all that stuff at the bottom of the screen, really. This is a buy it now or best offer show. And that means what I will do is I will put the book over here. I will describe it to you. I will give you a price. If you want that book, then just give the name of the book and the price, and then it is yours. If you want to make an offer, feel free, and offers are always considered. Shipping is $9 if it fits in a Gemini. If it doesn't fit in a Gemini, it's $16 because I have to send it in a box. All invoices will be sent out tomorrow. They'll be sent out via QuickBooks, so you'll get an email, but you can pay through PayPal. It's on the invoice. Just, look in all the PayPal stuff is on there. So just helps keep my accounting straight. Otherwise, payment plans. I do take payment plans on big books. If you want to do one of those, just let me know. And what we generally do is 20% down and then 4 payments after that, either every week or every couple of weeks. So, all right, let's get this started. Hey, Brian, yeah. It is time to start. All right, folks. So we're going to start off with the first book I popped out here. This one is Justice League Dark #1. Let me know how my lighting is, too. I'm kind of playing with this. Don't know if I need to put lights on or not. We'll see. Maybe that's too much glare. Anyway. So we have Justice League Dark #1. This is the first official appearance of the Justice League Dark team. That's who was the first in this team? Was John Constantine, Shade the Changing Man, Madame Xanadu, Deadman, and Zatanna were the first ones in there. This one, it does have spine ticks right down the center there. If I can see those. Otherwise, it's in really nice shape. The back looks good. It's just right there. So I put this down at about a 6.5 because of those, and I'm only asking $15, like a movie set. So 15 or best offer on Justice League Dark #1 from DC. All right, I'm going to start grabbing stacks of books, and we will go through them. We got some big books. We got some small books. We have books for every taste and or flavor. All right, next up, we're going to pop up this Avengers. This is Avengers Number, and Junior wants the Justice League Dark. All right, Junior, I will put that down for you. Thank you, sir. That one is yours. Next up on the stage is Avengers number 93. This is just a fantastic Neil Adams cover. I've got this one in a fine minus, again, because it's got some spine tickage on there. Otherwise, really nice looking book, but it's got some spine tickage on there. This is a square bound. It's a thin square bound. Let's see. What do I have that one for? 40 or best offer on the Avengers number 93 with a fantastic Neil Adams cover. We got Brandon, yeah, the Ghost Rider. Yeah, I've already priced the slabs, guys. So anybody who wants to see anything, ask me about those. Yeah, Gene, the work is great on that book. But I've got this Ghost Rider. This one is, get it over here. Woo. This is Marvel Spotlight number 5 in a CGC 4.0 with off-white pages. This is the first appearance of Johnny Blaze as the Ghost Rider. Origin and first appearance, and also the first appearance of Roxanne Simpson. Front, back, nice looking book. And I am asking $1,500 or best offer on Marvel Spotlight number 5. All right, so moving on to our next book in this stack. We have a Detective Comics number 27. This is the reprint from, is it 84? Hey, Ted. This is the, I think it was it Oreos? I think is where this one came from. Anyway, there's a small stain on the back of that, and a little really light, I don't want to say rust. It's really oxidation on the bottom staple, and asking $20, 20 or best offer on this collector's edition Detective Comics number 27, reprinting the first appearance of the Batman. I'll certainly sell it to you, bro. You guys are crazy. All right, so next up, Gene is here, Brett. You might have to change your decimal point, Ted. Next up, we have a nice near mint copy of Web of Spider-Man number 1. This is pretty. Everybody knows what this book is. Great cover, near mint, $25. 25 or best offer on Web of Spider-Man number 1. I'm going to follow that one up with a great cover. This is the direct edition. I don't see this as often as I do the other. This is Thor 279. This is the direct. This one is a just a classic bondage cover featuring Jane Foster. She's got her bell bottoms on and the whole midriff thing. This one I have at a VG fine, about a 5.0. Just general wear, nothing major that sticks out, just general wear on the book. And I am asking, what am I asking for that? $20. 20 or best offer on Thor 279. All right, and we're going to move on to our next stack of books. We'll put this one back, and we'll go over them again during the recap. Honestly, don't remember what's in these stacks, so we're all going to be slightly surprised. All right, here's a great cover. Classic pose. See, that's the pose on Captain Marvel #1, Iron Man #1. There's so many comics that have that hero pose on the front. But this is the Thing #1. I've got this in a VF for $10. So $10 if you would like your own personal copy of The Thing #1. Oh, this is a cool book. This one is House of Mystery 290. This is the first appearance of I, Vampire. I, Vampire, also known as Andrew Bennett. He, at one point, is part of Justice League Dark, but not the beginning. It's also the first appearance of Mary, Queen of Blood. I've got this one at a VG Plus, and mostly because of spineware. So I've got it about a 4 or 5 because of that. And the rest of the book looks good. Oh, it does have a color break right there. And what am I having on that one? $20, 20 or best offer on House of Mystery number 290, First I, Vampire. Boom, boom, boom. No, sir, Owen. We'll be getting to that here shortly. I'll do that stack next after the stack. We'll pop down that Swamp Thing. All right, we have an Amazing Spider-Man number 105. Awesome Spider Slayer cover. That Amazing Spider-Man 105 I have at a fine minus, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a great looking book. It does have some distributor overspray, and it's got a teeny little hole in the cover right there. See that? That's why I put it at a 6.5. And I'm asking 25 or best offer. Hey, Jed. Yes, sir, Juan. That is Thing #1, and that is $10 if you would like to have that. And the Amazing Spider-Man is 105 is 25 or best offer. 25 or best offer. And last book in this stack before we pull out the Swamp Thing stack. We have an Amazing Spider-Man number 167. That one is the first appearance of Will-O-the-Wisp. It's the first appearance of Dr. Barton Hamilton, who was the third Green Goblin. Later, he becomes the third Green Goblin. I've got that one at a fine minus, about a 5.5, and I'm asking $20. 20 or best offer. All right, Juan, we got you down for the Thing. I'll write you down for that right now. 10, 2, 1. Thank you, sir. Hey, Carl. Yes, it is. Move my camera a little bit. All right, so we'll put these back up and we'll hit them up on the recap again. And we'll go up here to Stack with Swamp Thing. We'll start from the back. Awesome book. This is the first appearance of Starhawk. There is a light moisture stain on the back cover. It doesn't go through the cover, so it's not on the inside, it's on the outside of the back. So that way I've got that one at a fine because of that small stain on the back. And I'm asking 25 or best offer on Defenders 28, first appearance of Starhawk. Next is the first appearance. Hey, Brian. The Marvel Spotlight 5 up there, Jed. Top left. Next up, this is the first appearance of one of my favorite characters. One, it's the first appearance of Destroyer Duck. Yay. There's a whole lawsuit thing with the creator of Howard the Duck, and so they came up with this. But this is the first appearance of Gru the Wanderer. And I've got this one in a fine, very fine. And I'm asking 50 or best offer on the first appearance of Gru the Wanderer in Destroyer Duck #1. This is the one, if you know, you know, because this is a great story. This was actually really high grade. This is the first print of the Pro it's a great Garth Ennis story. Hard to find in this condition. This is near mint copy of the Pro. And that one is, what do I have that one for? Elemento P, probably have an T. There it is, the Pro. I have that one for 60 or best offer on a near mint first print of the Pro. #1. Behind the viewer count. Oh, yeah, that is an awesome book. Yeah. I ended up with several copies of that. So I have my own personal copy. I've got a couple. This is like the one I have. My personal one's a near mint, and this is my other near mint copy. All right. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Next, we have the Sinister House of Secret Love #1. Great DC Bronze Age horror. This Sinister House of Secret One. It's a great painted cover by Victor Kalin. This one is I have this one at? I've got this one at a VG, and because of that chip right there, it's also obviously got some spine or some color breaking stress lines. But the big reason I put it all the way down to a VG was that little chip right there. So this is a beautiful looking Bronze Age horror book, and I'm asking 50 or best offer. 50 or best offer on the Sinister House of Secret Love. This is the most awesome comic show you're going to see this afternoon, dude. Hey, you're the one reading the tearjerker books, man. All right, next up is Swamp Thing #1. This is the first series, Swamp Thing #1. This is the first appearance of and origin of the second Swamp Thing, Alec Holland. Obviously, first appearance of Swamp Things in House of Secrets '92. It's the first cameo of Anton Arcane. First appearance of Matt Cable, who you see later in Sandman, because he's Sandman's Raven. First cameo of the Unmen. Those Arcane made those. First appearance of Nathan Ellery. He's the guy who made the explosion that made the Swamp Thing, and obviously it's his first ongoing solo title. Lots going on with this book. I have it at a VG Fine, about a 5.0, and it does have a small chip right there on the corner, a little chip there, and a tiny chip down there. And so I've got that at a 5.0, and I'm asking 120 or best offer. 120 or best offer. And that brings us to the end of that stack. So again, folks, don't be afraid to make offers. That's how we work. So I'm going to drop back down here. And let's go through the last stack on the bottom row before we start moving up. Here we have a near mint copy of OMAC #1, old school OMAC. Owen is asking, let's see, what do I have on the Sinister House? Let me see that. So you're saying 160 on that and the Sinister House of Love. Owen, you have a deal. So we're going to write you down for that. 160 to Owen Anderson. for that. And we'll put you down. Also included is the Sinister House of Secret Love #1. Thank you, sir. Oh, Swamp Thing and got it. Oh, thank you. So we have OMAC, One Man Army Corps. It's a great Jack Kirby title. I don't know what he was thinking with this, but it's creepy. It's like that. What was that movie, The Ring, where the upside down crawly girl comes at you? Anyway, for OMAC #1, I've got this at a near mint minus. It's got a few really small spine ticks. It might do a 9.4, but I've got it at a 9.2. And it's first appearance and origin of OMAC, controlled by Brother Eye. And I'm asking 15 or best offer. You always have the excuse, Owen. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. So 15 or best offer for One Man Army Corps #1. Next, we're going to go through some Flash. I've got a few Silver Age Flash here. I've got a 188. Beautiful green cover. I have a thing about green covers, so I love this cover. But Flash 188, I got that in a fine minus, and I'm asking $15. And Carl Ammerman takes the OMAC. Thank you, sir. And I will write that down for you. OMNO. 15 to Carl. Yeah, Carl. It might do a little better than that, but I've got it there. It's got some small spine ticks that just barely break color in that black line that goes through it. So this Flash 188, it's got a few spine ticks going up and down the side. A little color break right there. And so this Flash 188 I have at $15 or best offer for Flash. There we go, better color. Don't get washed out. There we go. Flash number 188. Next up, we have a Flash 144. This one I have at a VG. And about a 4.0, and I'm asking 20 for that. 20 for Flash 144, Great Silver Age Flash. And next Flash, we've got a Flash 162 with the Tunnel of Terrors. Does have a little X in the DC logo up there. And so that Flash, I have a fine plus, and I am asking 20 or best offer on this Flash. And the last Flash of the day is Flash 177 Big Head Flash. And I've got this one at a VG plus, and I'm asking 20 or best offer for that Flash. So we have Flash 177, 162, 144, and 188. And we'll pop those back up, and we'll go up to our next group of books. What do we have? Start small. Marvel Presents #1. This is the first appearance of Ulysses Bloodstone. And I've got this at a VG. There's some light moisture stains there on the bottom. You can't, I'd show them to you, but you can't see them unless you like open the book and you're right close to it. But there's some light moisture stains on the cover, on the front and the back, just here at the bottom. So I've got that one at a VG because of that. First appearance and origin of Ulysses Bloodstone, and I'm asking $10 on Marvel Presents #1. Next up, this is a pretty darn good book. This is Marvel Premiere #10. I've got this at a very fine, so about an 8.0. It's the first appearance of Shuma Goroth. He's an elder god. It's the death of the Ancient One. And this is the issue where Doctor Strange becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. So big book, but I am only asking 50 or best offer for Marvel Premiere number 10. One, yeah, I'll do that. Why not? That way I don't have to put it back in the box. Marvel Presents for 5, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. This is a book everybody loves. This is The New Mutants number 1. New Mutants number 1. I've got this at a VF minus, about a 7.5. And I am asking $20. 20 or best offer on New Mutants number 1. I'm going to follow that one up with Mr. Guzman. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. Del, let me put you down for New Mutants number 1 for 22. Del. All right, next up we have Doctor Strange number 1. This is the first ongoing series for Doctor Strange. Obviously, he had a few issues in Strange Tales when it turned into Doctor Strange for a while, but this is true first ongoing series. Also, the first appearance of Silver Dagger. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous copy of this book. I have this at a near mint. There is one little flaw. If I can get it on camera, there is see that right in the corner, a teeny tiny color break right there. It's maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So that's really it on that book. It's a beautiful copy of that book. Doctor Strange number 1, and I'm asking 200 or best offer. 200 or best offer. Tommy, that is Marvel Spotlight number 5. First Ghost Rider. All right, and Juan asked about other New Mutants. I do have one other issue of New Mutants today, and that is New Mutants number 87, Newsstand edition. Obviously, this is the first appearance of Cable. I've got this at a VF minus, so about a 7.5, might be an 8. But it's got, I'll tell you why I put it that way. I'm harsher on the new books, but see that? Right there's those little color breaks right there. I don't like those. So, and this tiny color break right there. So I knocked it down to a 7.5 for those. And I'm asking 130 or best offer. So feel free to make me an offer. Ryan, yeah, let's do it, Ryan. 175. For Doctor Strange goes to Mr. Ryan Forster. For 175. Oh, no, I don't have any other New Mutants number 1s. I don't think. Well, I probably do. I just picked up like 4 long boxes of newer stuff and going to pick up a bunch more. I'm looking through, going to buy a collection for my guy. So it's got this kind of stuff in it. So I'm sure I'll run across it, but I don't have any today on that. So 130 or best offer for New Mutants 87, first Cable Newsstand. That is number 12, Tommy. That is Fantastic Four number 12 in a CGC 5.5. All right, let me grab the last stack on the second row. A few interesting books in here. Let's go with some fun stuff. We have Smurfs 1 and 2. So if you are about my age, you grew up with the Smurfs. I've got these averaging at about a 7 for these two. Obviously, number 1's Newsstand, number 2 is Direct. But the Smurfs 1 and 2, and I'm asking 20 or best offer for the pair. 20 or best offer for Smurfs 1 and 2. Relive your childhood with Gargamel and the Smurfs. All right, we're going to follow that up with Spectacular Spider-Man number 27. This is Frank Miller's first work on Daredevil. Obviously, Frank Miller started on the Daredevil title in, what was it, 158, Daredevil 158. But the first time he drew Daredevil was in this book. And Juan, give me 15 for those, and I'll do it. Let's meet in the middle. For this, I've got this at a VG. It's got some wear, so I say it's just about a 4. 20 or best offer on the Spectacular Spider-Man number 27. Oh, wait a minute. Got your one, Smurfs 1 and 2. And we'll write you down for those at 15. Thank you. And following up Spectacular Spider-Man, we have a Spawn number 1 near mint. Obviously, first appearance of Spawn. And a cover that launched 1,000 other covers. This Spawn number 1, it's first appearance of Spawn, first appearance of Sam and Twitch, and first appearance of Malabolgi, and I have no idea who that is. But 30 or best offer on a near mint copy of Spawn number 1. And the last book in this stack, scroll up till I find it, is One Punch Man. This is the free comic book day. This is the first appearance in comics of One Punch Man and of My Hero Academia. Both made their comic debut in this issue. And I'm asking what I have. So I have this at a near mint. This is a beautiful copy of that book. And I'm asking 80 or best offer on One Punch Man. I guess it's number 1. Free comic book day. One Punch Man by Viz Media. Beautiful, beautiful copy of that book. All right, which stack to pull out next? Hey, and Ryan, since you're on here, hit me up later if you're interested in that. I think you had asked about that one before, so hit me up because I'm ready to move that if you're interested. All right, this stack we're starting off with Avengers 257, obviously the first appearance of Nebula. Such an undervalued book, but I'm probably biased because of Catherine or what's her name? Escape me now. Gillian. Got my mind mixed up now. So anyway, Avengers number 1, number 257, first appearance of Nebula. I've got this at a VF minus, and I'm asking 30 or best offer. Karen, thank you, Peter. Karen. I try not to think of her as Amy Pond, but it's definitely hard not to. Gotcha, Dell. 25, yours, brother. Write you down for that. 25 to Mr. Dell. Guzman. Next up, we have Avengers Annual Number 1. No, I can't go 60. I can do 70 on One Punch Man. The next, and Edison beat you to it, Dell. But Edison, I was negotiating with Dell, so I'm going to have to give that one to him since I had countered his offer. So he did have first grab on it. So Dell, you get the One Punch Man for 70. I've got at least 2 more of these. I just have to figure out which box they're in. I picked up a bunch of these over a period of a few months. Oh, let's see, 111 Punch Man. Write it down. 72 Dell. All right, Avengers Annual Number 1. I've got this at a fine because of that. It's got about a 1-inch spine, or about a 1/2 inch actually, spine split right there at the top on this square bound. So that made me put this down at a fine. It's the first team up of the Avengers, the original and the new Avengers, and asking 25 or best offer on Avengers Annual Number 1. Thank you for understanding, Edison. I appreciate that. All right. This is a nice one. This is X-Men number 129, Newsstand. This is the first appearance of Kitty Pryde and the first appearance of Emma Frost. Hey, Rithy, how you doing? A couple of really nice first appearances here with Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. I've got this one at a fine plus, and I'll tell you why. One, this did spend some time on a military base, so it's got the star. And if you've ever seen books with a little star stamp like that, they were on a military base. But it's got a, get in there, little tiny tear right there. And on the UPC code right there. That's the damage on this book, or those 2 little nicks. But knocked it down to a 6.5 because of those, and I'm asking $200. $200 or best offer on Uncanny X-Men number. Actually, it was just X-Men at this time officially. Number 129, first Kitty Pryde and first Emma Frost. And last book in this stack, we have Marvel .1 number 1. This is the first appearance of Kamala Khan. This is the scarce second printing of this book. I have this at a very fine, and I'm asking $200 or best offer. $200 or best offer on Marvel .1 number 1, first Kamala Khan, second print. Now we'll go to our last Raws. And then we'll get a closer look at slabs and then just do a quick recap. See, planning the entire show out in real time. All right, got some, this is all Marvel, but all interesting. All right, we have a Thor 139. This is the first cover appearance of Sif. I've got this one at a VG plus, about a 4 or 5, and I don't know what I'm asking for it because I didn't price the book. Let's call it $20. I have no idea, so let's call this $20. And we're going to follow the first cover of Sif up with an Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. I've got this one at about a fine because it does have tickage, as you can see. Got a bunch of spine ticks on it. Otherwise pretty, but a bunch of spine ticks. Got a color break there in the corner. And I am only asking $70. 70 or best offer on Amazing Spider-Man 361. Yes, sir, Edison. Definitely. Sinbad Comics on IG. So just hit me up. So 70 or best offer on Amazing Spider-Man 361. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Next we go with the Thor that I actually did price. So this is a Thor number 133. This is the first appearance of Ego, the Living Planet. This Thor 133 I have at a VG Finds, about a 5.0. So, yep, it's the first full appearance of Ego, Living Planet. It's the first appearance of Count Tagar. It is the second appearance of Hela. And the first mention of the High Evolutionary is in this book. I am asking 60 or best offer on Thor 133. Let's see what we have here. I bought this and I didn't recognize it. Yeah, Ryan, I'll do that. 50 to Ryan. I didn't recognize it right off the bat, which I usually do, but this one somehow I didn't recognize it immediately. This is Tales to Astonish number 63. I've got this at a VG Finds, about a 5.0. This is the first full appearance of the humanoid and the first full appearance and origin of the leader. The Marvel Point 1 I had at a, scroll up, at a very fine, so about an 8.0-ish. So this Tales to Astonish, first appearance of the leader. And at a VG Fine, I'm asking 140 or best offer. 140 or best offer on Tales to Astonish number 63. And the last Raw book of the day that hasn't been shown is Tales to Astonish number 90. This is the first appearance and origin of the Abomination. It's the first appearance of Bira in the Silver Age, but the big one here is the first appearance of Abomination. This thing's been, well, this book has blown up. A 2.5 sold for like some stupid price the other day that even I think was just ridiculous. But this one is I've got this at a VG Find. Because there's a little chip right here. And there's a little amount of writing inside. Somebody took a pen and drew, traced over a little area, and somebody wrote some dialogue. I'm going to have a magnifying glass, something about his woman, in finishing a sentence. But anyway, I've got this at a VG Find, about a 5.0, and I'm asking 150 or best offer. 150 or best offer on Tales to Astonish number 90. Okay, Ryan's asked me TTA for 120. Yeah, Ryan, let's do it for the first leader. Write that one down. 63, 120 to Ryan. All right, so 150 or best offer on the first Abomination. All right, so we're going to go through the slabs, then we're going to grab all the books, do a quick recap, see if anybody wants to make any offers, and then we'll call it a day. Call it a Sunday. Oh. And folks, there will be no show next week. I am going to be at a Mensa convention, so I'll be out of town on Sunday. All right, so we have here DC Comics presents number 26. This is the first team appearance of the new Teen Titans. It's the first appearance of Raven, first appearance of Cyborg, first appearance of Starfire, and Beast Boy becomes the Changeling. And I'm only asking 150 for CGC 6.0. Ryan, not to be picky, but make it 135. and then I can do that. Then I'll feel good about it. And next slab, we showed this one earlier, but I don't think everybody saw it. This is Marvel Spotlight number 5. It is the origin and first appearance of Ghost Rider, the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. It's in a CGC 4.0 with white pages, and I'm asking 1,500 or best offer. And Ryan wants the Abomination for 135. So let me write that down for you. 135 to Ryan. Oh. Go. And next slab, next and last slab, didn't have a lot of slabs today, is Fantastic Four number 12. This is the first meeting of Fantastic Four and the Hulk. This is also, believe it or not, the first time a titled character, a character with his own title, being the Hulk, did a crossover with another title. So this Hulk and Fantastic Four crossover is kind of like a first. And I'm asking 3,000 or best offer on that one. And I know if you go on GPA, you'll see a 5.5. It's last 5.5 that sold for 2,800, but you also see the last 5.0 that sold was for 3,200. So I'm trying to meet in the middle at 3,000 or make me an offer. That's it for the slabs. So let's grab all the books. We'll do a quick recap, see if there's anything else anybody is interested in. Hey, you guys need to buy some more. This stack is big. Or I have to put them on my website. All right. So, what do we have here? We have Marvel .1, first Kamala Khan, second print. This one I have at a VF for 200 or best offer. We have X-Men number 29, first Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost at a fine plus for 200. And Avengers annual number 1 at a fine for 25. A ASM 361 first Carnage and a fine for 70. A Thor 139 in a VG Plus for 20. A Spawn number 1 in a near mint for 30. I have a Spectacular Spider-Man number 27 in a VG for 20. A near mint copy of the Pro first print for, what do I have on the Pro? 60. I have Destroyer Duck number 1 in a fine, very fine, first Gru the Wanderer for 50. A Defenders 28, first Starhawk in a fine for 25. New Mutants 87, first appearance of Cable in a VF minus for 130. The Marvel Premiere 10, this is the first Shumagorath. Doctor Strange becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. And I've got that one in a very fine for 50. Did somebody buy? Yes, somebody bought this one. So that should have gone in there. We have a Flash number 177 in a VG Plus for 20. A Flash 144 in VG for 20. A Flash 162 in a fine plus for 20. And a Flash 188 and a fine minus for 15. I have an Amazing Spider-Man 167. That's the first Will-O-the-Wisp and the first Barton Hamilton in a fine minus for 20. A Spider-Man 105 with a fine minus for 25. A House of Mystery number 290, the first I Vampire. And I've got that one in a VG Plus for 20. Edison. Do me 40, Edison, and I'll do it. So 40 on the Marvel Premiere. 10. I have a Thor 279 Great Jane Foster bondage cover in a VG fine for 20. I have a Web of Spider-Man number 1 for in a near mint for 25. Let's see. House of Mystery. Let me think about that, Junior. I had that for 20. And I had Avengers Annual 1 for 25. That's 45. 10. Done, Junior. Let's see. House of Mystery and the Avengers Annual. Just in here somewhere. Put those both down to Junior for 35. So we'll write those. Cool. Sounds good, Edison. So let me write that down. Avengers Annual 1 went to Junior for 35, and we added on to that the House of Mystery. So we'll just write your name down there without a cost. Next up, a Detective Comics number 27 reprint, obviously in a VG fine for 20. And Avengers number 93 great Neil Adams cover in a fine minus for 40. Levinson, not today because I didn't pull them out, but I have Darkwing Duck number 1 in a near mint. It's beautiful, Darkwing Duck. I think I also have Darkwing Duck Annual number 1. I think I have both of those. But I can have them maybe next show, but I don't have them today because they're in a box over there, but they're like 1,000 boxes. All right, folks, so that brings us to the end of the show. If there's anything that you want to make an offer on, just reach out to me, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in a couple of weeks. Again, I have a convention next weekend, so I won't be here. Thanks, Robinson. I appreciate that. And everybody, thanks for coming out on a Sunday. I do love doing this show and having you guys out here. So come out next time. Juan, I have no idea. I've got to pull it out of the box and everything. I bought it a while back, so I haven't even thought about that book since I put it in the box. Edison, yes. I was going to have one last Thursday, and I was completely shagged out. I was just absolutely worn out. It was a really long day, so I kind of bailed on it. But I will be having a show this Thursday. I've already got all the books out and ready and everything. So, yep, we'll be doing an Instagram show with John, Newsstand Comic Collector, on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. All right, everyone will do. Everybody have a fantastic day, and we will talk to you soon.